Hello everyone, welcome to my presentation. My presentation will be about The Ones Who Walk Away from Omelas, written by Ursula Le Guin. Here you can see the passage that I chose from this text, and you can see the words or group of words that draw my attention, and I marked them because I think that they are very important in order for us to analyze and understand what this passage means. And before starting, I want to say that the theme of this, I think, is equality, and thematic idea is all people can be equal without need for laws, restrictions, and governors. So I will explain how I reached this in the structural level. So let me move on semantic level. Here, I provide you with the definitions of these words. So, king is a man who rules a country because he is from a royal family. So, it connotates power, dominance, and superiority. Sword is a weapon with a long pointed blade and the handle, as you can see from the picture. So, sword connotates violence, crime, war, death. So, it is negative connotation. Slave is someone who is owned by another person and works for them for no money. Actually, slavery is not ethical, so it connotates inequality because slaves are used by another people. Barbarian is someone who behaves in a way that is cruel and uncivilized. So barbarian connotates cruelty and violence, and they are unwanted. So barbarian people are unwanted, so it has a negative connotation. Rule is an official instruction that says how things must be done or what is allowed, especially in a game, organization, or job. And law is the whole system of rules that people in a particular country or area must obey. So I think they have similar connotations because they have their definitions are near to each other. They connotate limitations, constraints, and inequality. Why inequality? Because some people enact laws. So some people determine how people should live. So I think these people becomes above others. So the inequality arises here. Monarchy is the system in which a country is ruled by a king or queen. So monarchy, I think, connotates dictatorism, power, dominance. Actually, it has similar connotation to that of king. Slavery is the system of having slaves. So we talked about that. It connotates injustice, inequality, like the word slave. Stock exchange is the business of buying and selling stock and shares. And advertisement is a picture, short film, song, etc. that tries to persuade people to buy a product or service. I got this meaning from Cambridge Dictionary and all other definitions from Longman Dictionary. And these two actually include buying and selling, and buying and selling require money. So everyone may not have the same amount of money. So I think they connotate inequality and money. Secret police is a police force controlled by government that tries to defeat the political enemies of that government. So it connotates violence and fight because they defeat who thinks differently from the government. Bomb is a weapon made of material that will explode. So this word connotates war, death, and violence. So it has a negative connotation. So in structural level, I will try to analyze this passage using what I got from linguistic and semantic level. So again, let me say again, the theme is equality, and thematic idea is all people can be equal in a society without need for restrictions and governance. In this passage, Le Guin talks about Omelas. She says, but there was no king, they did not use swords or keep slaves. They were not barbarians. From this, we can see that there is no ruler. So they are not governed by one people, and there is no superiority among people because everybody has the same power. Because the king does not exist. Absence of swords means that there is no violence, people are living with peace. So there is no war and no hostility. And absence of slaves is again a proof that all people are equal in Omelas. So there is no usage and ownership of people. In some, absence of king and slavery shows equality and justice, and absence of sword shows uh, there is no hostility, no crime, no violence. And Le Guin continues, they were not barbarians. So this means that all people in Omelas are civilized, and they live in peace. They love peace. And Le Guin continues with, I do not know the rules and laws of their society, but I suspect that they were singularly few. Actually, I think laws and rules are necessary for country or society to be better and more developed, and for people to live in peace. In general, thanks to laws, crime rates are very low and barbarism is discouraged. However, in Omelas, there are very few or no laws and rules. In this case, in normal world, it is expected that unethical and unwanted things happen because there are no restrictions. So people will be barbarian, but actually this situation in Omelas is opposite. All people live in peace and happiness. So actually they know how to control themselves from doing something unwanted. So how they know how to live in happiness without governing, without need for a government or laws. And Le Guin continues, as they did without monarchy and slavery, so they also got on without the stock exchange, the advertisement, the secret police, and the bomb. Here we see that in Omelas, there are no selling and buying things because the stock exchange and advertisement do not exist. Buying and selling actually require money, but people in Omelas can live without them. So money is not needed here. Actually, absence of money shows again that all people are equal because money determines who is powerful, who is poor. So actually, money creates inequality. So there is no money, so there is no inequality, as said before. So in sum, consequently, absence of monarchy and king means that all people are equal. Absence of slavery again means that all people are equal. There is no ownership. Absence of stock exchange and advertisement means money is not needed here. So people can meet what they need without money. So money is creating inequality, and because money does not exist here, there is no equality. There is no inequality, sorry. So that's why I reached this theme. Theme of this passage is equality, and thematic idea is all people can be equal in a society without need for restrictions and governors. So finally, in cultural level, I will be discussing how the thematic idea is relevant, how it's relevant or irrelevant in today's conditions. I think that in today's condition, this idea is not valid and not applicable. Assume that there are no laws and restrictions. Then people do not know how should they behave, and they can do everything because there are no restrictions preventing them from doing anything. For example, they can move in red light, so traffic accidents may happen. In the case of zero laws, people do not live in order, and this leads crime rates, accidents, and barbarism to increase. Actually, such things are unwanted, and they affect peace of people negatively. Moreover, assume that there is no government or governor in a society. So in societies, there are lots of people whose opinions differ so much. Without government, they all want that what they think is applied and what they think happen. And this leads a total chaos, I think, because everybody wants that what they think is done. So because of chaos, no steps can be taken to improve country and the welfare of country. So to sum up, for peace of peoples and welfare of people and country, for improvement of country, governors and laws are required. So the thematic idea cannot be applied in today's condition. Thank you so much for listening.